And to look at people coming and going along the famous and beautiful San Antonio Riverwalk. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Western Conference battles, always fun. This time, it's the San Antonio Spurs intent on protecting home court. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves. Prior to that loss, they hadn't lost in this matchup, Clark. Now they only have the edge, 2-1.
It was not a very inspired performance for them, particularly defensively. I thought, they gave the hostile crowd a lot to cheer about, frankly.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jumpers, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was right through the roof, and you can't win when that's the case.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Minnesota, G in at point guard. Young out there, Pekovic. Then it's Wiggins, and it's Martin in at the 2 spot.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Last game for the Spurs. They want to turn it around after the loss to Cleveland.
Now, Kevin, I'm all for aggressive defense, but they were over the top in that game and wound up in a lot of foul trouble.
Well, Steve, you and I both know it, Kevin as well. There's a difference between being aggressive and being reckless. Clearly, they were the latter. Manu Ginobili has always been one of my favorite guys to watch and an elite shooting guard on the court. I mean, the issue with him has been health. Last season he missed about a month with a tweaked hamstring, right as the Spurs went on their rodeo road trip.
Now, here is Young, following the miss by Tony Parker. 6 on the shot clock. It's tipped. Pekovic.
Well, Nikola Pekovic, battering ram style of play, but really soft hands for a big guy. I think that combination makes him one of the most effective inside scorers in the league.
Good on both. And so just over a minute and a half played. Parker outside. Passes it to Ginobili. A 3-ball. G with the rebound. Stephen, for Pekovic, he's not the NBA leader in points in the paint every season. He's not far off. A great post-up score, something you see less and less of nowadays.
And even off the ball, great offensive rebounder and finisher. He punishes you on the inside, and the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
The Timberwolves have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And you look at the numbers for this season, guys, from the free throw line, they're shooting 77%.
And the first one drops.
Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance. In his 17 years in the league, the Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games, not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
And so Pekovic nails both of them. And the Spurs have done an amazing job, Clark, over the years surrounding Duncan with the right kind of talent.
And Tim Duncan has done a great job leading and making adjustments in his own game. They're a team with great scouting and development of their players. You talk to players who've been there. That's one of the things they rave about, Kevin, is they get the attention for their individual development. And all of their players were not lottery picks. Most of them were mid, late, first-round picks, some second-round guys. And it's just another example of doing it the right way at the highest level.
G dishes to Wiggins. Here's Pekovic. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Pekovic has got 6.
What an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender, giving up so much size, there's no way he's going to get a hand on it.
Ginobili kicks to Parker. Duncan right side. Fader on the way, and that one's good.
Could be the first of many mid-range jump shots we see from him today.
Timberwolves trail. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. He said they'll have to do a good job moving their feet on the defensive end or they'll get dunked on all night. He told me that they are very aware of the slashers and finishers they're facing and will try to turn them into jump shooters. Let's see how successful they are, Kevin.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Splitter passes to Leonard. And another basket for San Antonio. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's G. 11 points for him in that last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
Kevin, his passing is what blew me away. I mean, to see him orchestrate their offense so impeccably, that was a sight to behold. And a look at some of the numbers for Parker. This past month, he's really set himself apart. You see how he matches up. 15 points a game, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. I think he's got to be pretty pleased with his output, and you know he's always looking to push himself.
And that's what the best players do, Steve. You play with one of the all-time greats in Michael Jordan. Nothing comes easy in the NBA against top talent, night in and night out. And I think the way he's been playing shows he's been working a lot on different aspects of his game.
And G drops them both. For San Antonio, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. It's stolen by G. To the paint, Leonard with the steal. Parker with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. It's stolen by G. To the inside. Deflects the pass. That gives them the lead. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result. You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
Outside, Martin. Pekovic with a screen on Ginobili. Pekovic dishes to Young. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And it's Mills in for Parker. Timberwolves also changing it up. Brewer comes in for Wiggins. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Kevin Martin. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to Oklahoma City.
Their defense got absolutely destroyed in that game, guys. They weren't closing out on the perimeter shooters. They were allowing people to get into the paint and score from point-blank range. Just an overall abysmal effort.
Yeah, something was missing, no doubt about that. They let an opponent shoot a really high percentage, and that's got to be a concern going forward. Greg Popovich with 15 straight 50-win seasons as head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. What a remarkable streak of success. And I don't really think folks understand what that level of consistency embodies. He's widely regarded as the best head coach in the NBA, and for good reason. He's the full package as a head coach.
Timberwolves have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. G kicks to Pekovic. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. They get the rebound. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Pekovic has got 8 points.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
That's his first personal foul.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the night.
Well, you got to like the free throw shooting from this club also.
What kind of passing is that?
Guys, they can feel very...
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. In the backcourt, Parker and Ginobili. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. And it's Diaw in at the 5 down low. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here's Wiggins, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Wiggins has got his second basket of the game. Spurs trail by 5. Pass to Duncan. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Well, Tim Duncan, when asked about his retirement plans right after the 2013 finals, refused to dignify the question with the response. But last season's Spurs run answered loudly enough.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And for Duncan and the Spurs, year after year, people write him off. And, Steve, they keep proving him wrong.
It's incredible. I mean, I think I wrote them off 4 years ago, and here they are continuing to just be an elite team in the NBA. And Duncan, one of the big reasons for it. He seems to get better and better, and he loves the game. He continues to stay in great shape and compete. Who knows how long he'll go.
Shot clock at 6. Diop. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, I think he kind of alligator-armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Here's G. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Parker.
Let's take a look now. Kevin Martin's numbers. How his last 10 games have gone. First in free throw shooting. And his field goal percentage has been off the charts. He's in the top 5 in the NBA in terms of shooting accuracy.
Yeah, his focus from the line has been special, and that's one reason, Steve, he's at the top of the list in free throw shooting percentage, because his focus is on target, and he doesn't stray from that. His routine is excellent.
Duncan, the pass to Leonard. Into Diop. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. It's Ginobili outside, and that one's good. Ginobili's got 7 points in the game.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. G dishes to Wiggins. Pass to G. Begovic with a screen on Parker. G kicks to Begovic. G passes to Martin. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Timberwolves lead by 5. Here's Parker. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. In low to Duncan. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, Tim Duncan, in a lot of ways, the epitome of Steve's substance over style.
Yeah, no doubt, Kevin, both in terms of his game and his personality. He's just a winner and a leader. But he does it in such a quiet fashion that sometimes people forget to take notice.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Minnesota. Barea comes in for Brewer. It's tipped out of bounds. Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. And of course, free throws always so important. Here are the leaders. In third, Kevin Martin.
He's not going to miss many foul shots, that's for sure. That's a very impressive part of his game.
Gorgie Dang's checked in for Kevin Martin.
And when I think about Duncan's leadership, man, I could go on and on. I don't know if I have enough time, but one of the things that stands out is he's never put himself above his teammates or the staff, and he allows himself to be coached extremely hard by Greg Popovich. He's relentless, dedicated, and in many ways he can lead without saying a word.
Parker dishes to Leonard. Duncan outside. Ginobili left side. Just 4 to shoot. Rebound by Dang.
You talk about Duncan allowing Pop to get into him. I think really he's his own toughest critic. As great as he is, he's hard on himself. He's pushed himself to become great.
G kicks to Zhang. The shot, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Ginobili with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. It's Parker with the drive. Into Tim Duncan. And he slams it one-handed. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Here's Young. The baseline jumper goes down. Young's got 5 now. Spurs trail by 4. Parker left side. Ginobili outside. It's Parker with the drive. Misses the layup.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Jang, no luck. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. The dish to Diaw. Shoots from 12. That shot's good on the assist by Ginobili. Diaw's got 5 points in the quarter.
Has pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
And flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Splitter comes in for Tim Duncan. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Parker. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Pekovic is checked in. G passes to Wiggins. And he gets the bucket. Wiggins has got 6.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
San Antonio trailing here. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Berg. Doris, what do you have?
Well, thank you, gentlemen. When the Spurs first acquired Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan was less than impressed. He said his shot was errant and, quote, he had a lot of work to do. But 3 years later, Duncan's definitely a believer. He said, I'm honored to be on this team because he's going to be great for years to come. And I'm going to hold on as long as I can. Guys?
He's improved every season, Doris. Thanks. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
On the wing, Green. Now here's Joseph. Defense right on him. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 12. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Bellinelli. 1:19 left in the first half of the game. G dishes to Wiggins, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. But
Well, Tim, in looking at that first half, what sort of adjustments are necessary as you guys prepare to take the floor after the break?
Just refocus of energy at halftime, come out a little more focused and understanding what we got to do to finish this game.
Tim, we appreciate the time as always. Guys, back to you.
all right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
Okay, good job battling them out there. Let's talk about some crucial areas from the first half. The amount of scoring we got from close range was great. Keep looking to make those quick fire entry passes. It's hard to argue with a bunch of layups and 6-footers. But we have done a great job creating free throw chances, driving the lane, attacking the basket. That has been a high point for us. And I want us pounding the offensive glass in this half. If that means sacrificing a fast break or two, so be it. It'll be worth it. We've been treading water for too long in this game and letting them hang around. Let's get this going. Get fired up!
Here we go now. An exceptional performance from Tim Duncan.
How about his scoring in the first half? I mean, he's looked like a different player out there today.
He really has, Steve. It's been a pleasant surprise for him, that's for sure. I mean, he really hit on something that worked in those first 2 quarters.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, G, he's in at point guard. Pekovic is out there with Young. Then there's Martin. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward. Spurs trail by 6. Duncan left side. Ginobili on the wing, fires it up, and that comes off the assist by Duncan. And it's 9 points for Ginobili. Minnesota shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Ginobili in the final year of his 2-year contract extension with the Spurs, Steve, and some speculate that he may retire after this season.
Yeah, fantastic career for Ginobili. You know what I think, Kevin? I think Ginobili, Parker, Duncan, and Popovich should all just walk away right now. Just go away together, and this has nothing to do with me coaching the Warriors. Nothing to do with me at all. This is about them. They've earned this. Walk away now, guys. Just leave.
I hear some admiration, but I also hear some sarcasm in there, too, from my partner there.
Here's G. 7 points in the game, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And now a look at Kevin Martin here. How the second half is shaped up for him. First in free throw percentage. And he's been such a good offensive player. His patience, his efficiency, he's ranked in the top 10 in field goal percentage.
Yeah, his focus from the line has been special, and that's one reason, Steve, he's at the top of the list in free throw shooting percentage, because his focus is on target, and he doesn't stray from that. His routine is excellent.
Here's Ginobili. He's got 9. He feeds it to Duncan. Out to the right wing. It's stolen by G. In low to Martin. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
6 to shoot. Parker kicks to Duncan. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Baseline J on the way, and it's Wiggins missing. Spurs trail by 4. Parker kicks to Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 5th assist in this one. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. G kicks to Martin. Again, Martin missing. The Spurs have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Leonard attacking. Ginobili the pass to Duncan. And it's all evened up. Duncan's got 6 in the quarter.
You know, his performance has been so important to this team. He's as dependable as ever, guys.
Pekovic with a screen on Parker. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. For San Antonio, they've gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Splitter kicks to Ginobili. He dishes it to Splitter. Spurs passing it around. No good from Duncan. Minnesota's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Here's G. Second shot opportunity. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
Mills, who's checked in for Tony Parker. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Brewer's checked in.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been nothing but success for them there.
And their confidence has to just continue to go up the longer their perfection continues.
Ginobili kicks to Duncan. Mills in the corner. Uncovered. Goes back up. Rebound, Minnesota. G's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And that one's good. G's got 9. Spurs trail by 4. And Mills kicks to Duncan. To the paint. Looking for Ginobili. He gets it there. That's blocked. Here's G. He's got 9. Kevin Martin on the wing. Shoots it up. Money from the wing. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Also, you can see how they've gotten after it defensively. I mean, the steal totals are really something to admire.
Splitter, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. A different look now for San Antonio. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. And it's Green in for Manu Ginobili. Ricky Rubio checked in for Minnesota. And Young kicks to G. Pekovic with a screen. Back to Young. Fires the three. And that one's good. Young's got his third basket of the night right there.
And that was Pekovic with a nice screen. And I tell you what, as big as he is, he can really put a screen on. Thaddeus Young is a left-hander out of Georgia Tech. Only played 1 year in college and has really rounded into a nice pro. He's a very unique player. He's a face-up, slashing power forward with a lightning-quick first step. And he's hard to keep in front.
And San Antonio has possession. 11-point game. Next up for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
At the line for one.
And Joseph kicks to Duncan. Bellinelli with the three. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Important three to cut it to single digits.
And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question, this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
San Antonio with the ball, trailing here by 8. Leonard and Duncan are the pair at forward. Tony Parker is out there with Corey Joseph. And it's Diaw in at the 5. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Out to Parker. Feeds to Leonard. Now here's Duncan. G right on him. Parker outside and stolen by Wiggins. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And G with the stuff.
Heads up play on both ends there. Transition basketball, the steal and the quick push.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean, rapid fire basketball.
Parker dishes to Duncan. Kicks it to Joseph. Nobody near Leonard. Offensive rebound. Here's Duncan. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Duncan's got 10 points here in the second half. Here's G. The feed now to Wiggins. G passes to Martin. Shot clock at 6. Dishes to Barea. Three-pointer. G kicks to Pekovic, and the basket good. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
It's Parker with the drive.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. I mean, he's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
And Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or, just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Splitters checked in for Diaw. And it's Ginobili in for Corey Joseph. Minnesota also with the sub. Young's checked in for J.J. Barea. G, no good. And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. But the fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Wiggins kicks to G. Martin wide open. He fires. That one off the back iron and out. And Ginobili. Here we go. G with the rebound. G's got 7 rebounds in the game. Wiggins kicks to G. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Kind of rare to see him come up empty on a wide open look.
Parker dishes to Duncan. Back to Parker. Ginobili outside. He kicks to Duncan. Shot is blocked. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. G passes to Wiggins. And good on the basket. Book it. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thanks. As I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break, he told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Boy, he's so hard to stop, guys, because he poses a ton of matchup problems for the defense.
Minnesota leading by 6. Martin kicks to Wiggins. Looking for Pekovic. He gets it there. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Just absolute domination in this one for Pekovic. 8 rebounds, and he produced 6 points from the free throw line. That's nice work.
Now he's helping their cause, finding some easy points through penetration and attacking the defense.
He's having a great game at the free throw line, Kevin. His hot streak continues.
And Parker, here we go. Got that bucket in no time at all. Here's G. The pass to Pekovic. Banked in off the glass.
They built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Parker kicks to Duncan. Ring shot on the way. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And the D is having problems stopping the mid-range jumper. They're not really closing out on them as much as they should be.
Yeah, look at the numbers. 6 of the last 10 points have come by way of that jump shot part.
Here's G, covered by Parker. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And that one goes long.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
And Parker, here we go. Outside Leonard. Second shot opportunity. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Thiago Splitter.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Pekovic with a screen on Parker. G dishes to Pekovic. G passes to Young.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good.
The main thing there was that he got them a 2-possession lead despite the 1 miss.
Parker, with no one around, nails the wide-open jump shot.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's G. Battles through traffic and lays it in. G's got 4 this quarter.
That is a tough layup with a guy right on him. Good defense, but better offense.
Ginobili with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. Left side, Leonard. Left side, Leonard. Back to Ginobili. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Well, let's forgive him for that turnover. It's the only one he's committed today.
1:56 left in the fourth quarter. G kicks to Wiggins. 9 feet out. No luck. Great D that time from Leonard. Spurs trail by 5. Ginobili outside. Passes it to Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. Ginobili outside. That one wide left. Timberwolves leading by 5. Here's G. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Parker outside. Duncan high post. Splitter dishes to Ginobili. Screen by Duncan. 5 on the clock. Leonard kicks to Parker. Offline with his 3. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Young passes to G. Ginobili against Martin. Here's G. Young, a screen on Parker. Back to Martin. Launches it. That one goes. Count it. And it's a 10-point Timberwolves lead.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him.
Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
And it's G finishing it off.
This is going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his...
And so the Timberwolves take the win.
Plenty of assists for you in this win tonight. Did you see something in their defense that you were able to exploit?
I don't know if I saw anything, but my teammates certainly did. They all did a fantastic job of finding the open spots on the floor. All I had to do was get the ball to them. Yo, they made my life easy.
Congratulations. Terrific job. Humble Kevin, even with a stellar effort.
Thank you, Doris. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.